Hi, I'm Dr. James LePage. Today I'm going to be talking about job fairs. Now, job fairs are a great place to meet a lot of employers in a very short period of time and in an enclosed area. For those who don't know, job fairs are usually held at a community center or somewhere in the community or at a hospital, and employers come there and they're there to talk to people who are looking for jobs. They take resumes, they describe their company, they talk about job openings. They focus on trying to connect people who are looking for jobs with their company and finding the best candidates at that point in time. However, when you go to a job fair, it's not unexpected that there's 100, 200, 500 individuals there, all trying to get the attention of the employers, all trying to get the employers to notice them, and all trying to get the employers to give them an interview or offer them a job. So, there are certain things that you need to do when you go to a job fair to increase your chances of getting positive feedback from one of those employers. The first is find out who's going to be there. If you know the companies that are going to be there, you can then research that company. You can look them up on the internet. If they don't do anything that you're interested when it comes to the kind of work you want to do, then don't spend time with them. Focus only on the companies which you know do the kind of work you're interested in pursuing. So do that research. Also, if you know a little bit about the company, you can then talk to the employer about the company. A lot of people there are just there handing out resumes left and right without actually trying to make a connection. But if you know Bell Helicopter is going to be there and you know something about Bell Helicopter, you can talk to that employer about the company in an intelligent way. It shows you're interested, it shows you're prepared, and an interested and prepared applicant is one of the things that a company is looking for. Second, look professional. Dress like you're going to an interview. Take only a folder or a small briefcase, take some pens, take something to write on paper, and then take resumes. But dress in a way that you would to at least a casual interview. It's better, however, to dress like you're actually applying for the job because you are going to be making first impressions at this job fair. So dress up for it. Respect the employer's time. Take copies of your resume. The number that you're going to take kind of depends on the number of employers that are going to be there. So one of the reasons why finding out who's going to be there is important. If there's 100 people there and 10 of them are the area that you're interested in, you don't need to take 100 resumes. You might take 20 or 30 resumes. Always take more resumes, however, than the number of companies you're interested in because there might be 2 people at the same table and you want them both to look at your resume if there's a chance to. So take copies of your resume. Always come prepared with resumes so that you can hand them out right then. This is a small interview that you're on right now. That person's talking to you. You need to greet them. You need to smile, shake hands, introduce yourself, say the kind of work that you're interested in. Be the best version of yourself during that situation. You might be tired. You might be the 15th person you've talked to. Treat that 15th person the same way you treat the first person, professionally and engaging. Don't act tired. Don't act disinterested. Be engaged with that person. You want to give your 30-second commercial. Your 30-second commercial, which you work on in another section, is a summary of who you are, what your work experience is, what kind of job you're looking for, your adaptive skills, your transferable skills, and your job-related skills. It's something that you can use to describe yourself in 30 seconds. That employer doesn't have a lot of time. If there's a line of people, 15 deep, wanting to talk to this employer, he's got to find out who you are, take your resume, have a few words with you, and move on to the next person. So you need to try to get his attention or her attention by giving a quick, effective summary of the skills. Remember what we talked about in the past. What do employers want to hire you for? Your skills. So you want to be talking about your skills when you interact with that person at the job fair. Get there early and stay late. At job fairs, not all the employers are going to stay the entire time. So if there's someone you really want to talk to, make sure you get there early because once they've left, you've missed your opportunity. So get there early. Also, it's a good idea to stay late if you can, because when the crowds start dying down, that's when you have a chance to spend more time with the specific employer you're interested in. So if you only got a couple of seconds with Bell Helicopter earlier in the hour, and you look around and there's nobody in the line because it's getting late and they're about to pack up, that's the time to run over there. Start talking more. That's when you can sell yourself even more, because you get some one-on-one attention that's not pressured by having 15 people standing behind you in line. So arrive early, stay late. Make sure you get business cards from all the employers, all right? It's important that you have a business card. And then once you have that business card, call that person back. If you call them back and tell them your name, they can kind of quickly search through the resumes, find your resume, and now they're looking at it. Now it's at the top of the list. Now they're remembering you as the person who called, not just the person they saw sometime at 9 o'clock on a Saturday down at the community center. So it's important to call them back. The next thing you want to do is after the job fair, the next business day or shortly after, go physically apply for that job. Either filling out an application at the job or go online and apply for that position with that company. That's important because remember, that person at that job fair's got 50, 60, 100 resumes to go through. But after talking to them, if you recognize this is the kind of company you want to work with, go ahead and apply. It's important for a couple of reasons. One, you know you want to work there, obviously, and that's a good thing. But second, it puts you into another pipeline. You now have two different pathways where you might get attention. One through the regular application and the other through the resume through the job fair. So apply for the job. Lastly, treat every one of your contacts at a job fair like an interview. Don't let the setting fool you. You are in an interview with that person at the job fair. If you come across as nice, competent, professional, they're likely to move things on. If you come out like you don't care, you're sloppy, you're lazy, and you're rude to them, they're going to take your resume. That's fun. They're going to take it. It doesn't cost them anything. I guarantee it's going to get a mark on it or it's going to go right into the trash. They've got no interest in calling you back or looking any further after that. So treat every one of those contacts as a job interview. Now, one of the things that comes up frequently is, what am I supposed to do about my legal history at the job fair? Because it's not exactly an interview, but you do want to get your point across, and you want them to understand who you are. My advice on that is don't bring up your legal history at a job fair. The job fair, because it's a quick contact, and all you want to do is get them interested in you so that they remember you, put a little check mark on your resume, put it into the good file. You need to be focused on your skills. You need to be using that 30-second commercial or your opening statement for an interview. You need to be talking about what you can do, the kind of work you're interested in, and the skills that you have. There's really not a time in there for a discussion about legal history. Legal history, that can come up in the interview. And frankly, it's a lot easier for them to work something out once they're excited about you and interested in your skills. So job fairs. I recommend that if you find some in your community, look at the employers, look at what kind of work those employers do, what kind of positions they hire for, and if those are the kind of jobs you want to, grab your resumes, dress up, and head for the job fair.